hopefully we're back. We had a little bit of an issue in our randomizer with the audio being a little bit wonky. So hopefully this is going to fix things, and let's just cross our fingers and hope that everything works. I don't know what the deal was. I checked out some of the things there. We were connected to Wi-Fi and everything. So I turned my phone off, turned it back on, and hopefully that works out some of the kinks in YouTube land. So we've got 22 total boxes to rip open. That's roughly approximately a case and a half. As John just said, there's 16 boxes per case, and we're opening 22 boxes of Inception in celebration of opening day, since after all it is 2022 opening day. I'm going to have to push my auction back a little bit now because of all these technical difficulties. We have an auction right after this, by the way, so everyone says we're better. All right, perfect. So we can go ahead and get started. I have all the teams all randomized. I just posted that. Heather just texted me and said it sounds good. So we are good to go. Thanks, everybody, for your patience while we work through those technical difficulties. Let's go ahead and start this stream. We have 16 boxes per case plus 6 additional boxes, 22 boxes overall. It's a random team break. We'll call out the hits as we go. Everyone says it sounds a lot better now. So we are good to go. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Here's box number 1. Jason says, is it storming out that way? Nope, not at all. Paulie says, so much better. First time making a live stream. Paulie, welcome. Thank you very much. We got Wander Franco to lead things off. Some good luck right there to the Tampa Bay Rays. Dave Takasaki with the big W right there. So congrats on that one, Dave. Put that in the hit pile to get sleeved up. All right, there's an Anthony Rendon in our first hit of the day. It's going to be Alfonso Rivas for the Chicago Cubs. And Nikolai Lombard takes this one home. It's out of 249. Got a Max Scherzer red out of 75. There's Tim Anderson, Adolis Garcia, and Brian Reynolds of the Pirates in box number 1. So this stream won't be a long one. I would say that, I don't know, we'll probably only be here like 15 minutes. And then I will start getting set up for the auction. So, I don't know, maybe I'll start the auction around 10. I'm going to do the auction until around maybe 11:30. Then I'm going to bed. I see the Furkinators in the house. What's up, buddy? Let's see what we can find in our second box. Box number 2. There's Jazz Chisholm from the Marlins. And our second hit, it's going to be Matthew Vierling out of 249. Nice pass right there. That one goes to the Phillies owner. Phillies run by Peter Danner. So Peter Danner with the hit. Austin, how's it going? Good to see you. We've also got Manny Machado out of 50 for the Padres owner, which would be Christopher Mills. Jackson Coa, remember, the greens are not numbered. Andrew McCutchen now batting cleanup for the Brew Crew. I checked the Brewers box score today. They lost to the Cubbies. I saw him batting cleanup. I was like, wow, looks like Brewers love Kutch for sure. Be nice if he could bat there all the time and do well again. I did see the Brewers lost 5-4 in a real heartbreaker on opening day. In terms of my picks, I should probably put them out there right now. I'm going to take the Brewers to win the National League Central. You can write these down and call me on it if I'm completely wrong. Lindsay says, who's Robbie's favorite player? Heather, what would you say? Is it still Aaron Judge? It was Eloy Jimenez when he first got into baseball, and then it was Aaron Judge next. All right, next up, we've got JT Realmuto. We've got Randy Arozarena right there. And look at this, Key Brian Hayes out of 75. A very nice one right there. Key Brian Hayes out of 75. He just got injured today and also signed a big contract with the Pirates, the largest ever contract in Pirates history, $70 million. Heather says it's still Aaron Judge. How about that? A Key Brian Hayes. This one goes to Justin Pittman. So Justin Pittman, congratulations. You got this one out of 75. Curtis Terry out of 150 goes to, hey, James Worse. You got a hit. James Worse with the numbered rookie card right there. So we'll take that. Better than nothing, right? All right, next up. Nice. Key Brian Hayes, best one of the box so far. Let's go on to the next one. Heather says they can hear you from their beds. All right. Jerome, someone pronounced the name wrong, Brian. They also try to sell Pokemon cards. Yep, it's Key Brian Hayes. Riri's still working on sending a couple things out. That'll go out soon. Next up, I lost track. I think this is box number 4. Kevin says, I watched Hayes fall today. It didn't look bad. Hope his wrist is okay. I believe he not sprained. He had a spasm in his thumb. He's just fine. There's Vlad Jr. And our next hit, Rangers, Curtis Terry out of 299. So that is for James Vorse, who I literally just saw left a comment saying, gosh darn it, Rangers, how terrible is that? And you just pulled yourself some reverse karma because now you have a hit there, a Curtis Terry rookie auto out of 299. We have Buster Posey out of 99. This one goes to Ryan Gasly. We've got Eloy Jimenez right there. There's Steven Strasburg, and Mookie Betts is the last one right there in our next box. Moving on. So anyway, I was talking a little bit about my picks. I've settled on the Brewers winning the Central. I've settled on the Dodgers winning the West. And the East in the National League is a little more up for grabs. I like the Mets, and I like the Braves. And I'm kind of uncertain which one to choose. But I think because they're the Mets, I have to go with the Braves because Mets. Something always seems to go wrong, at least especially the last like 5-6 years. So I do believe that the Phillies will probably end up being a wild card team. I do believe the Mets will probably end up being a wild card team as well. And then, so I got the Braves, I've got the Brewers, I've got the Dodgers. I'm taking the Dodgers to win the National League pennant and go to the World Series. All right, next up, let's see what we have. There's Cal Raleigh. Andrew says, anyone received their purchases from the last auction? You should have received all of it. I got them all sent out on Monday. So if you didn't receive it yet, you'll probably get it tomorrow. So Cal Raleigh is first. Tim Anderson is next. We've got Tony Santillan out of 125. I think there's 3 wild cards now. I'm pretty sure is it 3 wild cards now? John says it's 2 wild cards. Yeah, they changed up the entire system. Yeah, Paulie says it's 3 wild cards. Yeah, 3 wild cards. So I'm going to have to take, man, it's tough. I got to go with the Giants as a wild card team. I mean, they won 107 games last year. And I got to go with the Mets and the Phillies. Sorry, Cardinals fans. You're going to be close, but I don't know, you're a little old, but you probably don't like to hear that. Don, I sent all of them, but I didn't get your mystery box out yet. That's still here with your Saturday show. I'm going to try to get that out tomorrow for you. Got a big old box ready to go for you with your showdown stuff. There's Luis Robert out of 99. That one goes to the Reds, by the way, are owned by Carlos Santana, and Luis Robert is owned by Patrick Geary in this one. We've got Cedric Mullins. We've got Randy once again, and there's JT Realmuto. SQ says Rockies are the biggest sleeper this year. They you know what? I like it. If they could sneak in there as a wild card team, you never know what could happen. Here's our next box. Tango says the Pirates have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. Man, they're bad. They are so bad. I don't think they're going to lose 100 games this year. I think the Pirates will be a last place team. All right, next up, we've got Bo Bichette leading things off. Garrett Cole and Trey Ambergi out of 299 for the Yankees. This one is going to Nicholas Butler. Nicholas, make sure that I have your address. Send me 1 cent with your address because you've paid me friends and family. Steven says, I like how the Tigers are looking. Me too. I like the Tigers. And I've actually picked them as my surprise team. I don't know if they're a surprise team per se. But anyway, my American League picks. Let me think. Well, Toronto Blue Jays winning the East. In the Central could be the one that's interesting. I think the White Sox. There's Shane Bieber who pitched today, by the way. Pitched okay, I guess. Gave up 1 run in 4 innings, 4 strikeouts. The mix says the audio snap, crackling, and popping again. Heather says it's doing it again. It has to be YouTube. Thanks, YouTube! Sorry about that, folks. Riri says it's better now. I guess it's going to come in and out. There's some gremlins in the YouTube systems here. But anyway, I'll go with the White Sox in the Central. I actually picked the White Sox to win the World Series last year and didn't really work out. There's Griffin Jacks. This one is for the Minnesota Twins, which is Mark Cataldo. So, Mark, you were kind of worried you were going to get nothing. At least you got an autograph there. There's Yadier Molina out of 75. For the Cardinals, which is Dave Takasaki, Devers, Donaldson, and Taylor Megal is the last one. My World Series picks. Let me get to the West. All right. I'm gonna do something crazy here, I think. I feel like all these picks are very simple. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary. How about I'm going to take the Angels to win the West? I mean, that's a little bit out there, right? I know the Mariners won a bunch of games last year. I know the Astros are really good, but that's my surprise pick, I think. Angels winning the West. I don't think they're going to go to the World Series. I'm going to take the Blue Jays versus the Dodgers, and I'm taking the Blue Jays to win it all. That's what I'm going with. Steven says, who should I be excited about on the Marlins? You'll have to ask the Furkinator, who's a big Marlins fan. I'm not too excited about too many of those guys just yet. All right, here's our next hit. We have a nice out of 25. This one is a Luke Williams red. Very nice card right there. And we have our first super chat of the night from Kevin Moore. It says, tell you what, Tyler O'Neill might be a sleeper for MVP. Also, I think people need to invest in his rookie card. He might be looking like a top 5 rookie card from 2018. Tyler O'Neill is a great rookie. What's he in, Series 1 of 2018? And yeah, he hit 34 home runs last year. So Tyler O'Neill is a pretty good pick. I could see throwing like $10 on him for MVP and hoping that it hits and get a whole bunch of money for that pick. Not a bad pick right there, Luke Williams. Going to the Phillies owner, which is going to be Peter Danner. For my MVP picks, sorry, I'm going simple. I'm going easy. I'm going Juan Soto in the NL. I'm going Vladdy in the AL. All right, next box up as we fight through the audio issues here. Let's see what we've got. There's Jarren Duran. We've got a black Adolis Garcia. Gold ink auto. So James, you still mad about getting the Rangers? Because look at this. Out of 25, Adolis Garcia. That's a gold ink case hit right there. James Vorse, a.k.a. I think Brandon Vorse as well he's known by. So if you're in the house, now you got to be a little bit more happy. That's a pretty awesome looking card right there. Former Cardinal, Adolis Garcia. You might be familiar with his rookie card in Series 1, and I like this rookie card from the Pirates, O'Neill Cruz, who was for some reason sent down to the minor leagues. Why? Because they're the Pirates, and they're awful. And they do that kind of stuff all the time. O'Neill Cruz might be the second best hitter on that team. Seriously, he might be the second best hitter right behind Brian Reynolds. But he's in the minors right now, and he probably will be in like June. Even though right now there's a 28-man roster. Oh, Pirates. All right, here's the next box. We've got Gavin Lux from the Dodgers out of 75. 67 of 75. This one goes to Jason Cahill with the win right there. Congratulations right there. And Saunders says, Soto will be a Yankee. Will be the first ever $500 million man. I believe he's going to get a $500 million contract. 5 a.m. I did not hear or see what Acuna said about Freeman. Let's see what we've got in our next box. Penzone's in the house. I just stopped by to meet up with Dave on the way home from work today, on the way to pick up the kiddos, and picked up the new pen box. When are we going to do it? Not sure yet. Probably sometime this weekend. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. We've got Jake McCarthy next hit. This one goes to our Arizona Diamondbacks owner, which is Ryan Fogel. Ike's in the house. Happy opening day to you. I don't think the Astros are in action today for some reason. I don't think they're playing. I might have to double check. I didn't take too close of a look. I did look at a couple of the box scores of the 3 games already played. Bobby Witt Jr. with a nice big hit for the Royals. How about him? Bobby Witt Jr. All right, next up, Country Clevin says, are pen boxes a thing again? I thought he quit. He took the month of January off, but he didn't quit. I think you're thinking of the shoe box and the big bat box. I think those ones have kind of faded away, unfortunately. I love opening all the subscription boxes. There's O'Neill Cruz again. And, oh, man, for all you nudie heads out there, there's a Lars Noot car. That has got to have some people pretty happy. I know everyone's always been rooting for a Lars Noot car. This is the out of 249, Lars Noot. This goes to our St. Louis Cardinals owner, Dave Takasaki. Next one right there. Some information about Freeman from Acuna. He said that Freeman would clash with him all the time. He said he would do stuff like make him wipe off his eye black before games because he thought it was too much and other annoying stuff like that. That might have just been some of that young hazing or whatever. I know that if you ever see rookie pitchers going down to the bullpen, they always have them wearing a pink backpack with like My Little Pony or that like Kitty, what's that, Miss Kitty or whatever it is, just to embarrass them. 1 out of 50 right there, Josh Rojas. That would be good if this was a Saturday Showdown. Speaking of the Saturday Showdown, this week we have Stars and Stripes. We've got 3 jumbo cases, and I've got 2 Bowman first edition boxes to do. So we'll be ripping all those open at some point on Saturday. Hello Kitty is what it is. Teddy Ruxpin backpacks. The mix says, just checking, are you on Wi-Fi? I am on Wi-Fi. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I checked I have got the Wi-Fi signal on. All right, next, I'll do a little Wi-Fi speed test there. Man, I thought that was Wander for a second. Wander Franco out of 125. This one's going to Dave Takasaki, who's racking up the hits. Another one for him. Corbin Burns, who just pitched today, and there's Yadier Molina. All right, next up. Yeah, I think there's gremlins in the YouTube system here, unfortunately. I should just pack it up and go over to his house and just go do it over there. Thomas says, reset the modem. That's a possibility. Something's definitely going on. I don't know if it's YouTube, though. It might be YouTube. I don't know. Like, if I have, like, 1 gigabyte upload, download, streaming capabilities, because I've got fiber optic Wi-Fi. I just got the Hardy faces. Heather, should I come over and do the auction over there? Alex Verdugo out of 249. That is a nice one right there. 249, Alex Verdugo. We've got Ke'Bryan Hayes out of 99. The Verdugo is going to go to Stephen C. Morgan. Stephen C. Morgan. That one's yours. Ke'Bryan Hayes. This one goes to Justin Pittman. That's his second Hayes. Shane Boss, former Pirate. And Luis Heel. All right, here we go with our next box. We have approximately 7 boxes left. 7 boxes left. Where did I get my Inception boxes at? I got all of these boxes from a fellow breaker who's local named Josh Brickus. I met up with him on Friday or sometime over the last week and stopped off and picked up these. Yohel Pozo from the Rangers. Another Rangers hit out of 75. Rangers racking them up. James Vorse with yet another hit. Biggest hit so far. I'm trying to think what the biggest hit so far was. I don't know. Maybe, was it the Ke'Bryan Hayes? I'm trying to think what the biggest auto has been. We had that nice Adolis Garcia case hit, but beyond that, it's been, there hasn't been like a huge major multi-$100 hit yet. And usually you would expect there to be at least 1 mega hit per case, since these cases are very expensive. They are, I don't know, what are these cases now? Like over $3,000, or roughly $200 a box times 16. They're a bunch of money per case. You got to put at least 1 big hit in here. Maybe we're still coming up. Let's see. Here's a Detroit Tigers. It's Casey Mize. Nice card out of 50. Casey Mize, teal. This one is going to our Tigers owner, Bradford Hastings. So there he is. I think I saw him say earlier he only had 2 cards so far. Well, he got 3 now. That's a good one. O'Neill Cruz. Yeah, since there's so little cards, only 7 cards per pack, some of you might only come with 1 or 2 cards, maybe not any cards. Here's our next box of Inception. Inception, a nice quick break. Carrie, I'm going to do exactly that. Our auction starts at 10. Gives me enough time to round up the cards I'm going to auction off, which I already have some of them in here, and check the Wi-Fi speed. We've got Ernie Clement as the next one out of 125. This one is going to our Cleveland Guardians owner, Kevin Green. By the way, Kevin, you paid friends and family, so I need to make sure I have your address. Send me 1 cent with your address so I have it. So I can get these out to you. There's Whit Merrifield out of 150. JT Realmuto. O'Neill Cruz. So many O'Neill Cruzes so far. I think that might be at least the 3rd one. All right, next card up. Let's see what we can find. What's the price of a box? They're about $200 a piece per box. Sometimes you can find them for like $180. Probably some card stores will have them for around 180 or so. Here's the next one. Next box up. There's Freddie Freeman. We've got Matt Vierling and Aaron Askew pitched today. An inning of relief. This one goes to our Brewers owner, which is Vincent Smith. It's out of 75. Mike Trout, Cody Billy Bombs, Pete Alonso. Billy Bombs hitting 8th today, I think. And Key Brian Hayes once again. Nice Mike Trout grain to our Angels owner, which is Alicia. All right, next. Let's see what we can find here. I always sometimes don't put a deep enough cut in the cellophane. You don't really go through this because there's a risk that you could nick the card, and you don't want to do that. Do I think Belly can bounce back? Yeah, I think he can. In another venue, I feel like maybe a change of teams would help him. I don't know what his deal is. Hey, Schultz, how's it going? Here's our next box. There's only 3 left after this, and whoa, look at this nice card. For the Oakland A's, Dawn of Greatness, Mark McGwire. How about this one? Very, very nice one right there. Dawn of Greatness out of 20. Brad Dugan gets this one. Mark McGwire. How about that? An awesome hit. Dave says, sent you a message on PayPal. Still going to get that 64 hanger box. Thanks, Dave. I remember that. That was from not this past week, but the week before. So it takes a little while to get those all processed and everything. And I sent all of your stuff today. It was 2 boxes. There were so many cards in there. And I'm thinking about going forward of maybe to save time, not team bagging up all the base cards. And still like taking care of all of your parallels and all of your hits and top loading all your autographs. But from now on, I'm thinking about, just so I can get them out really quick, just taking the base cards and just putting them in the boxes. Everyone just opens those team bags up anyways and just throws them off to the side for the most part. So that's an awesome card right there. Dawn of Greatness, Mark McGwire. This one goes to our Oakland A's owner, Brad Dugan. So Brad gets this one. And Wander Franco's the next one, a rookie green. This one goes to Dave Takasaki. So Dave with the super chat brings himself some good karma there. I saw the mix says he's going to do, I saw it pop up there when the hit came up. Minor league game. That's pretty awesome. I can't wait to get out to my first game. I would have liked to have gone to opening day. The Pirates released a bunch of tickets today for $4 a piece. Dave says, we don't need them team bags. Yeah, it takes so long to do it that way. So I'm thinking that just put them in like 600 count boxes and just load them all up. I mean, the card will still be fine. I might even put a couple cards and team bags on top to make sure everything's packed in there real good. And then I'll still top load and sleeve up all the good stuff. Randy Rosarena is the next hit. The Rays are having an absolutely great break so far. This one goes to Dave as well. Randy Rosarena out of 125. Like that one a lot. Christian Yelich out of 150 to the Brewers for Vincent Smith. There's a Tatis. Vierling and Freddie Freeman is the last one. We've got 2 boxes left in this 22-box break. Let's see what we can find. TD, I heard they're doing tins, but you know what? I'm not so sure anymore. Here it is, freaking mid-April, and we don't have them yet. Nick says, I'm calling it. You will pull a Wander auto. I sure hope so. Yeah, 2 boxes left to do it. All right, there's Cedric Mullins. Next one, it's going to be another Phillies hit. It's Alec Boehm out of 99. It's a big season for Boehm, trying to bounce back from a pretty rough 2021. This one goes to Peter Gaynor, so the Phillies having a pretty good break. There's Lindor, Betts, Bieber, and Tatis. And now we're down to our final box of the evening. We'll be back in a little bit for an auction. So if you'd like to partake in an auction, give me about 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. We will start around 10 o'clock. Just be a short auction tonight, maybe about an hour and a half. Since we did get started a little bit later, I had the kiddos and stuff, and we were hanging out at Heather's house and having a good old time. And had some audio issues earlier with this, so this break got delayed about 15 minutes. All right, here we go. Final box. This is the 22nd box of this video. Let's see what we can find now. In our final one, Steven's hoping for a Marlins hit. All right, so there's Max Scherzer. We've got Mike Trout, and the final autograph. It's going to be for the Houston Astros, Yordan Alvarez. A very nice one right there. Yordi out of 75. That one goes to Brian Morvick. So nice one right there of 75. Yordan Alvarez, one of my favorite players in the game. I like Yordi a lot. He wasn't a part of that big scandal back in 2017. So I do not. I don't feel any ill will towards him. I root for him. And Miguel Cabrera is the final card of this break. So there's your 22 boxes of Inception to celebrate 2022 opening day. We will be back in just a little bit for an auction. I already opened up that room. You can go find that, hopefully, or maybe one of our moderators can post the link right now to head on over there if you'd like to go over to our auction. Let me see if I can get you the link. How do I do this? Details? No, that's not it. Our moderators are probably going to be much faster at this than I am. View on YouTube? Maybe that'll work. Maybe this will work. Oh, there he is. The mix beat me to it. So the mix has it right there. If you'd like to head on over there, there's the link. We're going to go on over to the auction in about 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and get all these Inception cards cleaned up and put in the box so I can get these processed. I'll try to get them sent out to you by Monday at the latest. I'm trying to get all the breaks out right away. I like to keep up with everything. By the way, for those of you on Patreon tiers, I sent out most of the $26 tiers today. I still do have some left over. I think there's, I would say I sent about 2/3 of them. I sent out the $100 tier, the old defunct $100 tier. There's still some people on that tier. And the old defunct $14 tier. Some people still are on that tier, so I got those all sent out today as well. All right, so I'll get these sent out for you very soon as the Aussie Albies falls down there as I put these in the box. And we're going to get ready for an auction now very shortly. So thank you very much for being here, everybody, and I will see you very soon over in the auction. Good night, everybody.